Hi, before we get started with the episode, we just wanted to point you in the direction of the social accounts we've set up for the show to help you guys engage with us and communicate and get involved with our show.
You can email us at can'tdisappointpodcast@gmail.com.
Emailing us will really be the best way to talk to us directly and conversate with us on air during the show.
Also, be sure to like You Can't Disappoint a Podcast on Facebook.
And you can also follow us on Instagram at Can't Disappoint Podcast and Twitter at You Can't Disapod. That's disapod like disappoint. So there's one S and two P's. Well, thanks for tuning in, and let's kick off the episode.
Here we go.
Vaughn's breath is so bad his butt's mad at his mouth.
This better not awaken anything in me.
If you're going to have sex tonight, don't use condoms.
You took all the winter doodles. What are you, a douchebag?
I don't understand you, Britta! I don't understand you at all!
Alright, hello. Alrighty, bonus episode, yeah, bwam 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 bwam, yeah, hello. And welcome to a very special bonus episode of You Can't Disappoint a Podcast. I'm Zach.
Hi, I'm Steven. Welcome.
And thanks for tuning in. We've decided to put together this bonus episode because this last weekend we were invited to take place in a really awesome event. Isn't that right, Steven?
Absolutely.
Well, why don't you tell them a little bit about it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, we were asked to take part in an all-day Season 1 rewatch hosted by a lot of different community podcasters. The idea was to give our running audio commentary while we watched the season all day, and it was all so we could try and encourage people to donate to the many important causes right now on behalf of Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
A man of few words today, are we? So, we've decided to share with you a few of these complete episode audio commentaries that we were both involved with as another excuse to encourage you to seek out those important causes and donate if you are able. There are also plenty of ways you can help without money, including watching promotional videos that collect ad money for these causes and just being an outspoken social justice warrior in every way possible.
Absolutely.
You're about to hear 5 complete audio commentaries for the following Season 1 episodes in this order: Home Economics, Environmental Science, The Politics of Human Sexuality, Comparative Religion, and Basic Genealogy. Steven, want to give them some tips on how to sync up with the actual episodes of Community?
I'm Steven.
You doing okay, buddy?
Hi, I'm Steven.
Absolutely.
For the rewatch, we all used the version of the episodes that are on Netflix. For the commentary you're about to hear, I suggest opening up the episode of Community we're about to discuss on Netflix using another device. Get the episode to the exact beginning, 0 minutes and 0 seconds, and pause. At the start of each commentary, we will give a clear announcement that the episode is about to begin, counting down 3, 2, 1, go. After 1, press play, and you will be synced up with us as we talk about the episode.
Absolutely.
Before we begin, I just want to shout out our new friends whose voices you'll be hearing throughout. We've got Ed of the Save Greendale Committee podcast, who really put this whole event together terrifically. You'll be hearing a lot from Dom and Andre of Dom and Andre in the Morning, a fellow community Rewatch podcast. We've also got Kevin from Advanced Community Studies, Matt from our good friends over at Communiess, and Nat from the Greendale 7 podcast. Please check out all of these great people and the shows they all work so hard on.
I'm Steven. Hi, I'm Steven. Welcome.
We'll be back on Monday for our next regular podcast, and if you want even more, you can check out the entire 10.5-hour live stream event with running commentary throughout the entirety of Season 1. Please donate to a cause in support of Black Lives Matter, and please enjoy the following commentaries. If you're playing along at home, cue up Home Economics. Now, I'll hand it over to Ed in the audio from the event. Any last words, Stephen? Please enjoy.
Yep. So I'm hopping in to reintroduce Zach here. Hey, Zach.
Oh, hey, Zach.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Zach is back.
Hello.
Steven. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, so we've got two different pairs of
Sad that I missed the
podcasts here.
Halloween episode. I love that one.
Yeah.
Ed, are you staying or?
I'm gonna hop back out because
Okay.
this is sort of a crowd right now.
Well, I was gonna hop out and let you be in it. I just didn't. Whatever you want to do.
Up to you. I'm gonna.
I'll
hop
stay.
Out for this one.
Love
Okay,
home
cool.
economics.
Keep Matt in here. Yeah. So we're about to do home economics. I'll let one of you guys sync, but before I leave, just want to remind everyone to continue to donate and tweet and read up on some. There are a bunch of petitions out there you can find, a whole bunch of different things to keep the activity going. Did we lose Zach again?
Oh no!
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Steven. You don't have your guy here with you.
It's all right. It's all right. I don't like him that much anyway. We really work better separately. So this whole podcast idea.
Yeah, that's why you started.
Because I listen to more episodes, it's just gonna be you two complaining at each other. It's like you didn't get it at all.
The plan is actually just to record two separate things and just play them at the same time and hope for the best.
All right, so let's see if we got him.
Okay, I was using a different device and it definitely wasn't working, so now I'm back on the first one.
Okay.
Now I'm with you. I'm ready to start whenever you guys are.
Actually, real quick before we start, since we have you both in
Yeah.
here, and we also have Dom and Andre as well, who are pairing of their own. You guys want to tell the audience a little bit about your shows? Now's as good a time as any. We can start with Zach and Steven.
Okay, yeah, we're a newer community podcast, a Rewatch one. We basically go through and analyze each episode, basically line by line, joke by joke almost, and give some little facts, some trivia, some neat things, kind of give our take on it, as well as sprinkle in some little bits about the outside world because, there's always stuff going on around us. But yeah, it's been fun so far, and we appreciate, all you guys for welcoming us into the community. It's been fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been so much fun. And when I was a little bit younger, so many of my friendships were based around like me trying to push community onto people. So now being able to just have like a reason to talk about it for an hour and a half every week with one of those friends is really cool.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
It's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys can find us anywhere. We'll be there.
Yeah, MySpace, Foursquare,
Yahoo Stream.
Yeah, we have a Tumblr account, I think.
The AOL homepage.
Oh, hey,
about you guys?
now it's tough to get there.
All right, Dom and Andre.
Yeah, so we're also a community rewatch podcast that started pretty recently. We just put out our 4th episode about social psychology. We have kind of a chaotic format right now, but the staple is basically we try to summarize the episode and go through it just off the top of our head. And then at the end, we try to analyze it in terms of Dan Harmon's story circle technique.
Nice.
I like
Awesome.
that.
And we usually have some banter at the beginning too that seems to be getting longer and longer every episode.
That's relatable.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing to contain.
It's been a blast. We're having a lot of fun recording it. It's all centralized on domandandre.com if you want to check that out.
Cool. All right, I'm going to hop out here. I'm going to crack this Red Bull so I can keep going.
Nice.
And I'll let you guys handle this. Matt, as our ringleader here, you want to handle the syncing up on this next episode?
Yeah, we'll do.
Cool.
Assuming I can find it again on my.
I really like the Nick Fury comparison before.
I know, that was great. It was really good.
We're super nerdy. Okay, we're about to start episode Home Economics. It's Community Season 1, Episode 8. We're going to start the play in 3, 2, 1, play.
So from now on, we'll refer to each other by our Spanish
This is such a good
nombres.
bit.
There will be
Nombres.
Nombres.
Hey, it's okay.
Buenos dias, winger.
I love how Ken's humor is largely about invading someone's space.
Right?
Whenever he's like caressing someone's face.
Cold open bit with Annie a few episodes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, where his nose
Annie
is
on the
against
forehead.
her nose and goes right up to her brow. I'm like, yeah, that was weird.
And they're in the same class, and one of them wants to ask the other one out on a date. Like,
Oh,
So we're back to Troy and Annie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
his parents' house.
Since I didn't get to add to that conversation, I don't really care about any of the relationships on this show, and I think the point is from the creators that we're not expected to care a whole lot about the pair-ups on this show. I think in season 1 they do some good Jeff and Britta stuff. I never really got into Jeff and Annie, and at the end of season 3, I was kind of on board for Troy and Britta, but then I
Really?
liked what season 4
And
did.
then it happened, and then that made it less so.
I also was on board first for Troy and Britta, but it was mostly because I'm on board for me and Britta, and I think I'm putting vicariously through John
I don't know if Dan had been there season 4, if they would have done Troy and Britta any better than what they did without him. But I just remember a couple sweet episodes with them in season 3 that I enjoyed.
I think they see Troy and Britta off in a good way ultimately in season 4, even
Absolutely,
though
that's one of the highlights.
while it's happening. But maybe that's the point.
Here comes Vaughn. Bye.
Yeah.
No, the idea was always, once they got it through with season 1, the idea was to keep it teased out there, but if you ever commit to it, they'd struggle with it. So the idea was always to keep the tension but not the story, because they really don't have time for that story.
Yeah.
For what they
That's
do.
so not the point of the show.
No.
I love that they brought Vaughn back.
I know, and I love the little callback to the green tea where you talk about the antioxidants. Like, you're the opposite of an antioxidant.
Green tea is tight. Green tea is tight.
If it were in 2020, he would definitely be drinking kombucha.
Oh yeah.
That is girl for talking to Vaughn.
So all of the clothes that Pierce wears, it makes it pretty clear that in his younger days he was maybe a hippie type.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think he was embraced by that circle, or do you think like this one he was like on the outside of it trying to...
He's dressed as a hippie because he thinks loose women are there.
That's a good point.
That's it.
That's fair.
100% it. He
He,
does
like,
talk
still
about
shows up
smoking
at
doobie and
Woodstock
getting
every
beat up
year.
by a Republican
Yeah.
later.
Just him.
Well, he was definitely, I mean, he was, some rich white kid. I feel like he wasn't going and hanging out with the hippies unless he was trying to rebel.
Yeah.
Which Chevy Chase actually was. His like family had a
Yeah, very well.
something similar to the Hawthorne situation where I forget the Crane family. I forget what they made, but apparently they make a lot of products that we still use, and that's where he came from.
Crane?
That's
Crane
what I
makes
remember
toilets.
reading. Am I wrong? What did you say?
Crane makes toilets.
Really? I think it said they
Yeah,
made a bunch of
C-R-A-N-E.
things.
AIDS. Sex was like
Yeah.
shaking hands.
Hence AIDS.
Oh, Britta, I forgot to tell you,
Which makes this wipes joke so much better.
could not patch up things between you.
Right.
Really did a number on
That would make
Good
sense.
news is, I'm the new keyboardist in his band.
I love this subplot. This is one of my favorite Pierce subplots.
Hey, Tiny, you're missing
Oh,
my
mine
note.
too.
New keyboard.
I'm in a rock band.
His
Yes, this one.
diss rap is a highlight.
I think Chevy just must have been cooperating in season 1 more, because his season 1 plot lines are pretty good, but then later on, they don't know what to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know. No, they need him to be a specific person. This comes up a lot in talking about the show, but what ends up happening is they get characters so set that moving them's a problem, but it allows them to tell these elaborately crazy stories. I mean, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, you don't have to know anybody who's on that episode, and it's completely defined for you in the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that with a show where the character's constantly changing.
I mean, that's part of why people call that like one of the best episodes.
Yeah, but
You
they
just
do
put it
that
on,
a
it's its own
lot.
thing.
The first 2 minutes is they define everybody who's there.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I think that could be a thread you could find in a lot of those huge homage episodes, that if that's the one you're seeing, it sets it all out for you.
Yeah, but you can't. They don't have a lot of that in season 1 because they're still setting up who they are.
Yeah.
But they've got it down by contemporary American culture.
Yeah, it feels like they weren't quite sure how risky they were going to be yet.
Yeah.
They're still trying to figure out the world and the characters and the rules before they kind of play around with it.
Well, I think Dan has kind of said that he realized, he's like, I'm never going to have another, primetime sitcom. I'm never going to be, have an opportunity like this again. And we might get canceled no matter what I do. So I may as well just try crazy stuff.
Like, do what I wish other people would do and they don't do and get frustrated by. Yeah. That makes total sense.
That's left of me. Every part of it is a part of who I am.
Is that a bidet?
That part's for resale value. And Saturday afternoon.
Very awkward bidet
conversation.
I've been thinking about getting a bidet recently. I'll be honest.
Cheap add-on for your
Yeah,
toilet.
I keep seeing ads for those, and I feel like it'd be nice. It's a little weird, but I think once I had it, I'd never go back.
Very European. Yeah, it's a different life. It's.
Can anybody speak to them? Does anybody have good experience?
Yeah, actually, when I lived overseas, the bidets were a thing, and I was like, "What's this tiny toilet?" And then I was like, "Oh, that's cool." It's definitely a learning experience, but they're neat. 10 out
When
of
you're
10 would
overseas, is
recommend.
it like you don't know what button does what, and you accidentally press one and it's an ejector seat or something like that?
Luckily, not where I was. Maybe if I were in some place I don't know, high tech or cool.
That's fair.
I really love Jeff and Abed's friendship.
Yes.
It's nice because it kind of started out of Jeff just trying to get with Britta, but they actually care about each other, which is nice.
I think it's one of the stronger friendships on the show, especially because it does start in season 1, kind of.
Yeah.
Or,
Honestly,
episode
even
1.
from
Episode 1.
the very beginning, even though Jeff's a little mean to Abed, it's clear that they both see something in each other that nobody else quite sees.
Yes.
Lucky Charms?
Because Jeff is kind of a robot in his own way, on his lawyer side of things,
Yep.
Sometimes I like to pour hot cocoa mix into cold milk and drink it like a cold hot chocolate.
Special drink.
I call it special.
Special drink.
Has anybody tried special drink? I'm too scared.
I
It needs
don't.
to be on an otherwise low carb day.
Right.
You're Goldie Hawn.
I don't.
No. In Overboard, she was just like you.
The
Wealthy,
lips.
assertive, arrogant, got manicures all the time. But then she fell off her boat, and it was a good thing for her because ultimately she was being poor and raising 4 unruly boys with Kurt Russell.
Can I not be Kurt Russell in this scenario?
You can do whatever you want. You just have to know what that is. For me, it's Lucky Charms.
Does anybody know what the cartoon he's watching is?
It's Gerald
'Cause I don't
McBoing
recognize
Boing.
The what?
It's Gerald McBoing Boing. It's based on a Dr. Seuss book. They used to show it on Boomerang.
Huh.
It's the blanket my grandmother used to court my grandfather.
That's pretty hot.
Tell that boy how you feel.
She might be laying it on a little too heavy.
Right.
If he's not interested, I could lose the friendship too.
You could. Love is a gamble always, but waiting won't change the dice. You either roll them or you lose your turn.
I'm going to roll them.
That does look like rolling
Oh
dice.
my god.
That's what that
Alison
looks
Brie
like.
is the best
Yeah.
of this unintentionally hypersexual.
Right.
It's super funny.
Annie's pretty young. We try not to sexualize her.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I am. I would never do that. I understand. I understand the rules.
Wait till season
wait till
2. Tell me you never
Yeah.
do that. Yes.
Right.
I'll listen.
We get to when Jeff, the 40-year-old man, gets to. That's when it's allowed, I guess.
Right. I love the picture of Vaughn that's back there. Some worries.
The name of his band is in
Kind of a
response
bop,
to
guys.
the study group. Such a good song.
From the very beginning, whenever Community does a musical moment, they always write an original song that's a little bit better than it needs to be.
Right?
Yeah.
And all their musical moments are great.
I always think it's funny, though, because most of the cast cannot sing.
Can
Really great
well,
for me to
yeah.
watch.
Joel
I
can't.
never wanted to watch it.
Not even a little bit.
Chevy really can't. But Shirley,
Oh,
Yvette
yeah.
Nicole Brown has pipes, and
Unless you count Cop Rock.
Allison Brie can sing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shirley, Yvette, when she was younger, she had a record deal, and she was beginning to record some songs, and it never added up to anything.
Yeah.
And of
But
course,
she-
Donald Glover.
Like Motown.
Donald Glover can
Maybe not
sing.
Motown.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yes. Gillian cannot sing.
Do you guys even have faucets in here?
There's a communal bathroom.
She
down
can
the
play a
hallway.
tree.
Does anybody have a go-to favorite musical Community moment?
Opening of season
Holiday
3.
episode. The holiday
Good.
episode.
Lives next door. He's from Poland.
I think specifically in the holiday episode, talking about Yvette,
Yeah,
I love
holiday
her
is
like
good.
children's choir when she's trying to
yeah.
passive aggressively push the religion onto what's going on. I think that's a highlight for sure.
The
Or Kiss from a
Sunburst
Rose, of
debate
course.
is so good.
Oh, good.
I love they don't know the Garfunkel reference.
Here's his
Right.
best rap. Baby Boomer Santa, though.
Okay, that's Ed's comment. Yes.
That song was disrespectful to me
Baby
and to the
Boomer Santa
definition
for
of
sure.
Brian Ski.
Wow. If you don't like my song, you don't have to listen, Britta. All right? I'm an artist, and I write what I feel, and I feel
I feel like you
that you
suck.
Why did he go from hippie to like emo rocker?
Probably
Yeah, he looks like
admitting
he's
that
like a
or
Christian
his
band.
act.
We've all gone through.
I'm good as your friend, but my song.
Your song. We wrote it together.
Love this
Are you trying to
Garfunkel.
Garfunkel me?
Maybe. Assuming to Garfunkel someone is to keep putting up with him, even though our
This is Garfield.
That's such a good line.
What?
Pierce just right over his
Put on
head.
these skinny jeans, my ass looks like a
Baby pumpkin.
Or maybe because I'm not a small nippled credit hogging on those 3 power chords.
My band, my song.
Oh man, they don't make them like the show anymore.
They do not.
You get on that horse.
Pierce, did you just defend my honor?
Huh?
Sure.
See, he's just old Jeff.
Right?
He's old Jeff if he doesn't have a study group.
Yeah,
And
whereas Jeff is a young
that's the
person
argument.
like texting on his phone constantly, Pierce is like the version of that who's older with the voice command, like trying to be
Voice command.
cool and tech savvy, but not quite.
I couldn't have done this without your help. You're really nice. We should have hung out more in high school.
Remember when
The
you
amount of
told me that
emotion on her face in that like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
She can do anything.
I'm funny. All right. I gotta go get ready.
Troy, wait! I have to tell you. My appendix is.
Yeah.
Yeah, McKenna, who's not here at this point, or I think he comes in just a little bit later, calls her a Ferrari. He's-
Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
You guys are sexual partners, right?
No, he's my very good friend.
Does anybody watch AP Bio?
I loved AP Bio.
I liked it.
It
I didn't see
started
more than
off a
the
little
first season.
rocky, but by its second season, it fills a lot of the void that Community not being around.
Yep.
It has a similar like anarchic school setting, and Patton Oswalt's very funny in it. Glenn Howerton's very funny in it.
Okay, we have to quarantine you.
Unfortunately, Subway was not able to rescue AP Bio.
No, it's coming back.
Is
It's
it?
gonna
It
be
is?
on Peacock, like NBC's streaming service.
Oh,
no
no
way.
It wasn't
way!
that long ago they put out a trailer for the 3rd season. I'm very excited.
Wow, it's just like Community. Getting brought back on a streaming service?
Right?
Getting really good and then still going away and then kind of coming back. That's
Yeah. Next fall on Quibi.
Oh no.
Happy
How long
endings.
is it? Oh, I like that.
Spanish class.
The Community movie coming soon to Quibi.
Yeah.
How long is
7
the
minutes
Quibi?
a day for
That's long
3
enough.
months.
Does Quibi still exist?
Yes.
Well, my 90-day, my astonishingly long 90-day free trial is still going. I'm vaguely interested in the Reno 911 reboot that they did.
That would be
That's
interesting.
I would watch
Crashed at
that.
my place, and we're friends now, which is great for me, but it's bad for him.
I just categorically don't want to watch anything that's on Quibi, even if
I
I want to
understand.
watch it.
I was morbidly curious. I was like, it can't be what it sounds like, and it absolutely
He'll
is.
make love, takes a shower, and finds a nice place to live.
I'm heading back. Pavel's making babka.
Do it, Britta. Seduce him. Draw the tapeworm of Jeff's old self out of him with the bowl of milk that is your sexual.
Draw the tapeworm of his old self out. God,
And say goodbye to E.T.
the writing in season 1 is really good.
I bet it's open.
I like seeing selfish Abed.
And there's a hole in the underwear.
Yeah. 2.
Yes.
Moving
Hey,
on
what are you
up.
doing? That was the Jeffersons honky.
I was wrong, okay? Material
Do you think
possessions
Joel
are
McHale could get away with saying honky like that on TV in 2020?
family on good times.
Yeah, but they had good.
Only if you just watched the Jeffersons, because it comes
Like,
up a
it's
lot.
It's not an offensive term, but I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah. There's some stuff like looking back that they would not get away with on TV today.
I'm interested for our podcast for when we get to the advanced gay episode in season 3
yeah.
because I'm curious to see I don't
How
know
it
if that
holds
one
up,
is
yeah.
Thanks, Coach. Turn the TV back on.
Is this so? What point? Because it's not revealed. But at what point are Jeff and Britta hooking up? Or I guess that's in Modern Warfare, right?
They
Is that
they
when it
sleep
happened?
together in Modern Warfare, and they are
Temperature for combination.
sleep together sometime after the beginning of season 2. So
Okay.
after the first episode, probably after the second one, because she's and the second one's accounting for lawyers, where she's saying, if I sleep with this guy once a month, I can use his condo whenever I want, or whatever his house is. So it's after that. But supposedly the Gwynnifer reference is a reference to Britta. So when they're having the cooperative calligraphy, when he says calls Gwynnifer, what he's doing is that's the code name for Britta, and they're having sex at that point. That's a writer's room thing, not canon. But yeah.
Nice.
I think any momentum the Jeff Britta pairing had was totally obliterated in the season 2 premiere. You know, after the like fake wedding and I don't know. After that, I was like, okay, I'm over it.
So do me a favor, will you lay off Britta?
Yeah.
I mean, she may walk like she just got off a horse.
Yeah, they don't need to pair. That was never.
She's a good kid.
None of that's required.
No worries, man.
His nipples look different than in the first one. We were watching the first episode he was in, and his nipples look like they have makeup around.
Oh yeah.
And in this one, it looks more like they might be a prosthetic.
Maybe they just wanted to drive home the joke.
Right.
Well, they had
got
so
the
much
budget for the
practice
good
with the
ones.
first one.
Another
We're
solid
getting really
spawn right
good
there.
at.
Pierce Your V did not need to go this hard, but it does. What do you guys like? Getting rid of Britta or this one better?
Getting rid of Britta for me hits.
Getting rid of Britta.
I have one thing to say.
Did you say it already?
I want my nose blanket back.
Oh no.
Do you guys mind? Could you scoot over? It's an heirloom. You want it?
I like when we get to see these really neurotic sides of Annie that
Have a nice day.
put in perspective what she went through in high school. Like you can see it a lot more in these moments when most of the time she seems like she has it so together.
That was huge. I know, sweetie. Let's go find you some pants. Okay? Yeah,
I forgot about this.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, look at the cat dragged out and licked clean.
Well, I saw how much you missed me and smelled what happens to Pop
This
on tonight and
revival?
realized the world was better off with me in it. Thanks for caring. Hey,
You look like you moved out.
I checked into a motel and I'm looking for apartments. You would have been fine with me staying there forever, huh?
Yep.
You're pretty cool, I'll bet.
Aw.
You're a huge
Love the
nerd.
wink.
Thanks.
Abed's come so far from the person in the pilot who couldn't pick up the behind-the-scenes talk everyone was having while Jeff was in front of them.
Right.
You know, now that he's part of the circle, he can pick up on what people are throwing down a little bit better, I think.
I think they had Abed written as just slightly too weird in the first 2 or 3 episodes.
He does kind of normalize a little bit. I feel like he kind of jumps back and forth almost though as the show goes on between like a little bit like more in key to like what everything is going on, and then just like moments of totally like.
Whoosh, here we go. This can't be ignored. Hottest disc track of 2009, guys. And look at Pierce's face. He knows that they're spitting hot fire.
Yeah, he knows that. Ooh, he's like, this shit's hard. Look at him. Ooh, yeah.
Look at that stank face.
Yeah.
I've been there. Is that the face you guys make when you're editing an especially good podcast?
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
With tears in his eyes.
All right.
We've got Zach back here, so I'm going to welcome him in.
Woo!
Hi.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
How was
welcome
lunch?
back.
It was really nice. I had some General Tso's chicken.
Ooh. Nice.
And I watched you guys the whole time.
Awesome.
gross.
Thank you. So I'm going to hop out here, and Dom and Andre as well are going to hop out so we can give Zach and Steven the floor. They're going to be back on later to host between the two of them. But for now, it's a little live rendition of Can't Disappoint a Podcast. So
hey.
Before we start, if you guys want to remind anyone or to let the people who might have come in late where they can find your show.
Yeah, well, first of all, even before that, make sure you keep donating. I was taking a break looking through Twitter and seeing all the people who were donating that I wasn't quite able to look at while I was being involved. It's really nice. It's awesome. It seems like we're really doing something.
I know, it's great. It's awesome. So good.
On top of that, our show is still getting started. Our first 3 episodes are out. You can find it pretty much anywhere you want to find podcasts, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And our new episodes come out on Monday.
Yeah. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. Those are episodes also posted there every week.
Yeah, I like to, on the YouTube version, actually include video clips from the episodes of Community. So I think that's a cool way to watch it too. But yeah.
Great. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna pull myself out.
That's okay.
And Dom and Andre as well, and we'll see them again later. But yeah, you guys take it away.
Awesome.
Oh well, hello.
We're in charge now.
All right, quick before
have
they
no
can
idea
stop
what
us.
they've done.
I know. Well, time. If anyone's here watching, welcome to our Candy Crush Saga Mario Lopez game show rewatch.
Yes. Yeah, we're gonna totally change everything. I'm thinking Beastmaster.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. There we go.
But no, are you ready to start the next episode?
Yeah. So for anyone who just joined, make sure you, if you don't know, pull up episode 10 of season 1 of Community Environmental Science on your preferred watching thing. Start it and then rewind.
What are you using, by the way, Steven? Are you using Hulu, Netflix?
Netflix.
Me too. I think a lot of us have been using Netflix, and the versions are different across platforms. So if you want to see exactly what we're seeing, if you've got Netflix.
Exactly.
Sorry, to interrupt you. Finish what you were saying.
I think so far, everything, there haven't been too many differences that I've noticed with the Netflix ones. Obviously, there's a couple that like we talked about already, but I've been enjoying the episode, enjoying the rewatch. So I hope everyone who's watching along is having fun. Do you want me to sync us up?
Yeah, we'll do 3, 2, 1, and after 1, press play.
After 1, yes. All right. So when I say play, that is when you at home are meant to be clicking play as well.
I start on 4.
Start on go, actually. So
okay.
All right. So 5. No, I'm just kidding. All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Yay.
It's the Dean.
Oh, you know it's going to be a good season 1 episode when it opens with the Dean and a microphone and a
absolutely. Green Week. 7 days to the
Oh
Irish.
my gosh.
Oh, Pierce. Black Lives Matter, everybody. Remember that.
Yeah. Don't listen to Pierce.
Right.
Envirodale! To show that this school is green now.
Yeah. Where he has like thousands of posters.
Envirodale is having a concert by a certain band called Green Day, one of my favorite childhood bands and current guilty pleasure bands.
Oh
man, the album they put out this year was garbage.
It was so bad. Let's not acknowledge it. Oh, chain.
Pencils down.
The style's a little bit better in this one. People keep talking about fashion. I'm not minding
Yeah.
Jeff's blue button up.
No, it's good. I think I like Annie's purple situation.
pulls her out of the room.
Her look back to help from her friends who are all just back there with there.
Was it?
I want you all to write a one-page essay in Espanol entitled Annie's Mistake.
Why doesn't Annie have to write it?
Okay. 2 pages.
2 pages.
entitled The Consequences of Questioning Authority.
This is Spanish 101. I know how to say hello tomorrow on that tables are females. The only Spanish you can.
That's what it's like in a college Spanish class. So I know how to say like 5 words. Couldn't string a sentence if my life depended on it.
No.
Thank you, Britta.
Has anyone in a foreign language class in a post-Google Translate world actually learned the language that they're studying?
No,
I don't
because
think so.
because you didn't have to anymore. Like on the Spanish homework.
Hey, do you see in the background? There's a poster with a black fist.
Oh, that's
There was
awesome.
like a protest poster in the background.
Oh, that's dope as hell.
So even in 2009, Community was saying Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
Presentation in my marketing class on Friday, and public speaking gives me nervous sweats.
I can help you with that.
I accept.
Oh my God, tears.
The sweats or the?
I think he'll help with whatever Shirley is willing to let him be a part of.
Right.
I'm not afraid, Abed. I choose not to be around rats because they are unpopular.
Oh, this is a classic on a couple of levels.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize this was the Troy and Abed rat experiment episode.
Right. Oh.
Talk about great community musical moments a couple episodes ago.
All of you are right.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Okay, what was I tuning in?
You have to get Chang to call off some of this homework. You're the one with the silver tongue.
Yeah, go tongue Chang. Guys, why should I convince Chang of anything if I can't even convince you not
Oh, hey, I just got a Twitter notification that is noteworthy. Joel McHale and Kim Jong haven't been doing their podcast for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I've seen people asking, are they going to stop doing it? Are they done? And I just got a Twitter notification that they'll be doing one soon with Keith David, who was Elroy in the final season of Community.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
They're accepting
Keith
questions on
David.
Twitter. So that's awesome. I'm glad to see
That's
that they're
really
still doing
cool.
the show.
Yeah.
If you have it, not to, I don't know, we're
Take
all trying
away.
to plug our podcast today, but their podcast is really great. And if you haven't listened to it and you love Community, you're absolutely missing out.
You know what she's doing. We are serious. But when you find my body, don't believe the suicide note.
Jeez, Jeff. Oh, this is a classic moment. This is where the dean becomes the dean. He's saying this better not awaken anything in me, but you know he knows that it's already been awoken. It's long been awoken. There's Green Day, my favorite childhood band.
We're Green Day.
Green Day.
Wow. What was
Green
that?
Day.
What was that little voice there?
Green Day.
Was that? I don't know what to describe that as. It was part Shrek.
Get out me swamp. Donkey. That'll do.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Freud. Sure. Penetrate my psychological armor, and you and your wife leave.
Yeah,
He is
Matt
like John
mentioned
Oliver.
that he thinks Joel and Ken were taking a break from the podcast because of everything going on. And yeah, that's what I figured. But I was worried that they might move their minds on to other things post that, and I'm glad to see them bringing it back already.
Yeah, me
Picture
too.
of you with a woman with a post-it note dialogue balloon above her head that says, "Enjoy it while it lasts."
We met at a salsa club. And, she loved the way I danced.
She loved the way I danced.
And you know how it goes. Just get a job.
Stop salsa dancing. Of course I know.
You make no mistake about this, Winger. I pleasure that woman great.
That's why you get a job where your job is salsa
You
dancing.
would have to. I'm not surprised you said.
Yeah, Steven, for those who might know, is an instructor at a dance studio in downtown Chicago and he teaches salsa and all kinds of dances that I don't even know what they're called or what they consist of.
Yeah, you know.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, it's cool.
You're right, Math Girl, pointing out that it's hard to be light with everything going on in the world. And I think what we're doing today is a perfect mix of, like I said it earlier, coming together around something that we all love and using that as a platform to help out with what's going on. So we're not taking what's going on lightly, but it's nice to come around something positive and focus on something positive and
100%.
do some positive. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you to everyone that's donating. Here we go. Somewhere Out There is from An American Tail, yes?
American Tail, yeah, Fievel. So that movie, if you haven't seen it, grab some tissues, sit down, and prepare to cry a lot, but watch it absolutely.
That's a cool shot. I really like that shot of Abed with the cage.
Mm-hmm.
But you all have to come up here.
Dude, you are gonna be fine. You just have to move on. And if you hang out with me sometime, you will see how great single life.
I wonder if filming this scene, I haven't gotten to watch all of the episodes today. This is one of the earlier Chang and Jeff scenes. I wonder if we're watching Joel and Ken's friendship form in front of us.
In real life. Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Really letting us have it with his homework.
I really have, haven't I?
Yeah.
Tell you what, from a new buddy, Jeff.
People still talking in the chat about Keith David being on their podcast and how golden his voice is.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. He has one of those voices that's just so soothing.
Yeah.
He does some great voice work on a couple of different episodes of Rick and Morty as a couple of different characters.
Yeah, he's the president.
He's the president, and I'm pretty sure he was in the episode with all of the
he was
the
giraffe.
parasites.
Yeah.
He was. I'm short giraffe with I'm tall giraffe with the long. I don't know.
I'm
It was like a
I'm
backwards
short giraffe with a long neck or something
Yes,
like that.
that's exactly what it is. That wasn't the worst Keith David
No.
impression that you just did, and I don't
thank
often
you.
compliment the.
You
the
actually
voices
quite
you
the
adapt.
opposite. You normally are very adamant at them not being accurate.
Our new podcast that comes out on Monday, where we talk about social psychology, Stephen does
a spot on John Oliver.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
You could do my homework next time.
Frank Caliendo would be proud.
He's hiding something.
Jeff's
Mad TV fan.
Yeah, you can be pretty cold.
Jeff's hangover look here totally looks like that episode where Britta's having a hangover and Jeff mentions, "I hope you have an alibi for the murder of Kurt Cobain."
Right.
That's a really great joke.
It's a great joke, yeah.
Rats and is very happy living with them.
Try to join the rest of us in reality, Britta.
I believe that fusing brownies.
Shirley.
I'm feeling Shirley's pit stains right now. It is very hot in my apartment, and I have not been able to get the temperature to drop.
I am lucky right now because my fan is off and my window's closed, but I'm not melting at the moment.
That's great. Are you having fun doing this, buddy? We have.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah, how's it going?
This is such a cool thing. I can't believe they've given us the keys to this thing with like sight unseen. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
They don't know. Like we're playing it nice right now.
Right.
But just wait.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Hand them
Math
a
Girl.
sandwich.
No AC is absolutely miserable.
So sorry.
Right. So yeah, and try attention grabbing.
Oh.
To wake up the audience.
Sorry,
Yes.
I'm technologically bad. I just now
Okay.
see that we can actually see the comments from the thing on this thing.
Well, I'm broadcasting from my phone, so it works a little bit differently. But I literally have YouTube with our stream right next to me on
nice.
iPad, so I can keep an eye on the chat.
Nice.
I really need to get a webcam because I very much
I do
hope this
too.
is something that we get to see more
But the
often.
parents are watching.
The parents are watching. Now that I've met the man behind Communies, it
Yeah.
does feel a little bit like a paternal figure
It's cool.
of the community fandom.
The Nick
I think it's
Fury
awesome.
analogy was so good.
That was great. It's nice to finally put some faces and names and personalities with all these people.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Dom and Andre seem really cool. I'm especially excited to check out their podcast now.
Yeah.
A note on them. So we started our shows like at the same time, and we're pretty much on the same episode schedule. and we discussed calling our show Zach and Steven Have a Podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I'm really glad that we didn't do that, because
Yeah.
I don't want any type of like competition. I wanted to support each other, and I'm glad we didn't call it that, because then it would really seem like we're just doing the same thing.
And what's cool, since we're on like the same episode, that like opens the door to, you know, doing more stuff in the future, so that's cool.
Okay. And
Definitely.
Subject. Hope you guys are working hard on your essays, because that's going to be 30% of your grade.
Spanish class where 30% of your 30% of your grade is probably English essay.
There's going to be a big ass quiz, so study hard.
Troy is over it.
What are they going to study when he never teaches them anything?
He can't
What?
eat it. He couldn't bite it. He's not allowed to eat the apple.
That's the winger guarantee.
Huh? Dude, let's do it again.
Yeah, I want to. It's just the quiz, you know? Study.
Well, how about this?
Even if Jeff Winger, especially in the beginning, isn't my favorite character on the show, Joel McHale is just such a likable man.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to have a total crush on him.
It's crazy, because like I really don't like Jeff that much, but I like Joel McHale so much that
I think
it balances.
That's why Joel McHale is the perfect Jeff, because he has so many likable qualities that counteract.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how Jeff totally would have been a probably asshole lawyer, but likable and able to get his way.
What kind of person is asked to help other people and then helps himself?
Helps himself? I don't think I like being talked to that way.
He's using fake outrage to justify.
Fake outrage? Justify my... Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here.
You're breaking up with the group?
That's what you guys want. It's all right. I've been divorced 7 times. Don't answer your phones and bury all your money in the backyard.
Kind of an example here of, for Jeff being the person in the beginning who was the most against this group becoming a family, he sure is always the one who to like leave in a huff, or in
really
later
is.
seasons like not be able to go on without this group of people. He's way more dependent on them than they are on him.
Yeah.
Winger's speech, I'm glad you posted that. Jeff growing up and becoming a sympathetic character in season 6 is huge and makes him so much more likable. You're right. And I need to blow up Steven. I'm going to point his direction. Steven hasn't seen the entirety of season 6.
I have not seen the entirety of season 6. I've seen like the first half to 3/4 of it, maybe.
And they do great work with Jeff in the last season. The Jeff of the series finale compared to the Jeff of the pilot, it's amazing change.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm hitting strip clubs.
Math Girl's upset you haven't seen season 6. We're going to on our podcast. So finally watch
we are.
it.
I know.
And I'm kind of excited to have somebody that hasn't seen every episode, so we can get some like live reactions. A lot of people are upset about that, Steven. Sorry to blow you up.
I'm messing up.
He hasn't seen those 13 episodes of one of our favorite shows, but ask him how many episodes of anime he's watched in the last month.
Well, judging by the horde of the anime posters and figures behind me, the answer probably is a little higher than 13.
Oh no, he's going for Jeff's chair. The power. The cell phone.
I don't.
Because Fievel's going to die.
I'd rather die than listen.
The dean says the exterminator is coming because of our rat.
I'd like to exterminate this conversation.
He's doing such a good job. Oh no, my sister's disappointed.
You know what? That's it, Steven. You're off the podcast. I'm going to get in talks with your sister who actually knows the show that we're talking about.
Her favorite character is Chang, though, so I don't know if that's okay.
That might be a hot topic question.
Yeah.
How do we watch the show? No Name 4297 would like to know how to watch the show. When we start the next episode, pick up whatever you'd like to use, Netflix, Hulu, wherever you can find the episode, and we'll all sync it up at the start of the episode.
Absolutely.
There's only about 5 minutes left or so in the one we're doing now, so there will be an opportunity to check it out really soon.
Yeah.
Fievel?
I do have a crown of anime posters and figures fairing my head.
And I like to think, I feel like this was a conscious decision. You were like, I'm going to show off all my anime stuff.
You know, I just this happens to be where my desk lines up, you know, and I don't hate it.
Honestly, nowadays, going to a Green Day concert is about what they're portraying right here. Some old men that look lost and playing music that definitely doesn't sound like Green Day. Oh.
To Senior and Senora Chang.
Chang's wife/ex-wife is not something the show does a lot with after this episode. I'm surprised that didn't come back in later seasons. I don't know off the top of my head. Does anyone else know? Do we have more appearances of Senora Chang? Is she only in this episode? I don't quite remember.
Yeah.
She's in season 4, someone says.
Okay.
I don't have just hate for season 4, but that's probably why I don't remember.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is so good.
Another huge Community bop. There's a soundtrack for the first season that's on Spotify, and it has a lot of these musical moments, and some of the songs are longer, and there's some good stuff in there. How did that woman end up with Benjamin Franklin Chang?
Because he's such a good salsa dancer.
Is that all it takes?
Okay, she came back in the documentary episode. They tried to figure out Chang's life.
Oh, that makes sense. I do remember that one.
Yeah, in Math Girl, this is a great music montage moment.
I love this montage. Community does a lot of really great montages set the songs that cut to the other storylines and incorporate them into the musical moment, and it works really well. I have my volume down a little bit while we're watching, but I believe there's some really great beatboxing going on alongside the music.
Right now it's the Celtic drumming.
Yeah.
If love can see.
My favorite moment is when Pierce dies, someone said. I wanted to bring this up earlier since we've been kind of having a loose conversation about the entirety of the show. I really like the way they kill off Pierce at the end of the Ass Crack Bandit episode going into the lie detector episode.
Yeah.
But I've always kind of not been crazy about what they do with Pierce in the first episode. They make up this thing about him having been banned from Greendale, but they don't go into it too much because Chevy's just in it for a second. I think it would have worked much better. Like in the end of season 4, he graduates. I don't think we necessarily needed another...
Him to be banned or anything.
Yeah, I think just him dying, even if that included another small cameo like what they did.
Wow. Okay, Winger Speech says that Dan Harmon said this music montage is a moment that was a last minute. Oh, it just popped up there. Yeah, he's disappointed. Didn't get to work harder on it. It is so great. I think it's really well done. I don't know. I'd be curious to know what he wanted to do different with it.
They say a lot of stuff like that, like the great Spanish project in the second episode with Jeff and Pierce. That montage, they just showed up on set with a bunch of props and hats and stuff they could use, and they just kind of put it together as they did it. And I remember hearing something about fighting for that part where Annie is tied up. Some of them didn't like that, but I'm glad that made it in. It's very fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's insane that this cast is so talented that you can just say, go, give them some stuff and let them run with it. And they do such great work.
Yeah.
This episode is one of the great early Jeff coming around to helping out the study group. We see a lot of episodes where, like, Jeff is kind of an ass. He shoves away the study group. He learns his lesson. He embraces the study group. But this is a good early example of one of those episodes.
Yeah. No Name, I agree with
Winger Speech.
Season 4 especially. Being a mixed bag of
Season
faves.
6 is kind of good. Season 5 is gooder. Season 4 is a mixed bag of faves and ones I hate. 3 is God, 2 is godly, 1 is okay.
I think 1 is slightly better than okay.
I like Season 1 a lot because it's these grounded, a little more realistic episodes. And because of that, they're not the ones that I seek out to like rewatch. I'll usually watch one of the season 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 episodes. But watching it now, I really love those grounded episodes, and I wish seasons 5 and 6 had a little bit more of that instead of balls to the wall homage, since they only had 13 episodes a season.
Yeah, this is so good.
Pierce, the man who's always calling out how other people's stuff implies that they have small penises, and he's the one who whips out the tiniest gun. But hey, he shows right there the size is not what matters; it's what you fill it with.
It's true. All right. Speaking of, this gets us ready for the next episode, The Politics of Human Sexuality.
Another great episode with a great Abed moment that I'm excited to see. Let's plug the donations. Let's talk to people about why we're here. Steven, would you like to say a few words?
Absolutely.
Tell them a little bit about I don't know, let's talk to him a little bit, because Steven's been affected by what's going on right now and what we're raising money for.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago, not too far from downtown, so I've kind of been around a lot of the things that have been going on. And let me just say that things are starting to change. I think a lot of people's eyes are starting to open, and a great way to do that is to make sure that all the people who are out there, bringing awareness and on the front lines doing things have the funds and resources to keep doing this. Because a lot of people, their full-time job right now is pro bono advocacy for protesters and people who are peacefully getting arrested, and a lot of these funds are going to things like that. A lot of them are going to medical care for people who are injured. So really donating money, and if you can't donate money, like we said, there's so many things that you can do, like even just playing a video in the background of your YouTube that's generating ad revenue. I've tried to have at least one open for a few hours every day.
We should try to see if we can get a link to something like that for people.
Absolutely. And we can
it's basically like watching an ad, how that gets money for the companies. You can just keep replaying it, and every view gets them some sense, and it adds up. And also, it's so easy to say, like, let's throw money at this problem, but there's so many things that you can do. Just being an advocate and being here and listening to what's going on and having your ear to the ground and just really being a part of it in any way speaks so much, I believe.
Yeah.
That being said, I hope everybody is ready to start this next episode. I'm going to count this one down since you counted the last one down. Yeah, Math Girl says that would be great. We'll try to get one of those links. Steven, do you have a more direct way to get that link?
Let me see if I can find one once we sync up and start the episode. I'll find one specifically, and we can either tweet it, or if Communiess has one that they want to add to like the chat or something that people can click on.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone get ready. Get your clickers ready.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that comment that just got posted in a second. That's a good one. I'm going to go ahead and count down. We'll click on go. Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boom.
Catch knowledge.
Great first shot.
Yeah. Now to totally lighten the mood after the heavy stuff we were just talking about, here's some giant comical condoms.
Yeah, right?
Today I was looking at community t-shirts. I used to have a Greendale t-shirt that I love so much that's got torn up and isn't wearable anymore. And I saw where I can buy one of those shirts, the STD
Oh,
fit.
nice.
And I totally want to get one of those.
You think you're better than me?
No.
You stick to quote movie lines. I'll stick to sports.
I'm trying to reduce my pop cultural
Moving into sports.
But yeah, No Name said, sometimes I wonder how the characters in Community would respond to nowadays issues. No Name, we are watching Season 1, Episode 11, The Politics of Human Sexuality. As I am speaking right now, we are at just about 50 seconds. So get about a minute and a half or so into the episode, and you should be pretty close to caught up with us.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about how the characters would react to what's going on right now, obviously Britta would be saying a lot. I'm curious if she would actually be doing much.
I almost think that Britta might have started on the All Lives Matter side of things, because that's very much a Britta line of thinking. Like, well,
she doesn't want to be. She can't be left out of anything.
Exactly. And then I think that after she realized that, she would have gone straight warrior mode on the other sides.
I think they could do a great episode out of it with like. Mention when the music starts for anyone to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
Let's
if
do
you can
that.
get to the theme song, which should be any second.
Mhm.
Here it is.
Theme song starting now.
The reasons I should stay. That's where we
Dum,
are. That's a interesting sweater, Pierce.
That
That's
is.
a, that's a
I
bit
like
of a
that
that's a
too,
bit of a
though,
Cosby sweater.
It is a little bit.
I have a new girlfriend.
But still sticking to Grace's to Pierce's tones of the brown and the gray. I rock with it.
Unfortunately,
That's true.
I always know what you mean. Can't wait for
Pierce keeps going from like classic old man to old school hippie.
Yeah.
It's like he just wears whatever he wants to fit in with that day.
I doubt it.
Troy and I played basketball. It was fun.
Don't gloat. It's impossible to guard you.
Oh, this is a great one where Troy and Abed keep competing with each other, and Abed, unsurprisingly, is better than Troy at everything.
Just about
Of course,
everything, yeah.
Abed can adapt himself to anything and be awesome at it.
She's an escort.
Communities has just posted a great link, a playlist of videos donating AdSense.
Awesome. So
Thank
make
you
sure
for doing that.
when you watch those videos, you have your turn.
I lost you for a second. What did you say?
Make sure that your ad blocker is turned
Important.
off. When
And
we
it's
do that.
easy for it to be turned on without knowing it's turned on, so seek it out.
Yeah.
Dust off that black book and rustle up a honey, huh?
Is there a pill that makes the word no clearer?
Well, I guess it is pretty short notice. Anyway.
Ooh, good burn.
Maybe it has something to do with crabs. They like a food, but they're also a disease.
Oh, Troy's still working on that joke.
When was the last time you actually scored?
Well, I don't know the precise date, Pierce, because I'm not you, so there's no receipt.
Oh! These are some edgy burns
that's a
here.
good one.
I liked it. They didn't give him credit for it.
Just because you can't get a date.
I can get dates anytime I
right.
want. Was it some kind of joke?
No, this is. Don't eat the crab dip. Yeah,
Don't eat the crab dip. I love his. Good job, Troy.
That's great.
Whenever Jim does those voices, oh,
It's so good.
Well, in recognition of your hard work, I have decided that you
drinking a milk box. It looks like a juice box, or
Oh, that's a milk box right there.
he's wearing his T-shirt over his badly colored toned shirt and tie.
I don't know if I'm the right person for that.
Don't worry, not a real one. No, it's
Anytime I see a banner in a show, it just makes me think of Arrested Development and how they always reuse the same banner for when someone's out of jail, when Buster's leaving for the army. It's like, look at Banner, Michael.
Look at Banner.
Hey, it's Jeff Winger. Well, I wanted to see what you were doing tonight. What do you mean, do I know your name? What kind of a question is that? Of course I know.
It's nice to see Jeff go through his little black book and see a glimpse of like the people and the stuff he was doing before the show started.
Yeah.
A lot of what we see in the series is contained to what's going on, and it's nice to
have a
nice
peek.
to yeah. I'm sure Jeff was an awful womanizer before all of this.
This is a lot of outgoing calls. Car wash, redhead, tube top, REM concert, juror 6. That sounds above board. At least you have mommy in here.
It's not my mom.
Dude.
Yikes.
Not cool.
You saying dude is not cool. What are you doing?
Hot blonde Spanish class?
You're welcome.
This is the phone line of a man in his 20s. The women literally have
Yeah.
no identities. It's pretty shallow.
You're right. I can't believe I haven't seen it before now.
Whatever. I'm gonna go study.
I used to do this. I used to go through every single name in my phone contacts and give them like a code nickname for some reason when I was a kid. I don't know why I did that. Some of them still stuck. I have a friend whose name in my phone is Pop Pop because of our connection with Community.
Pop Pop? Nice. You're still Jimmy.
It's a big
Oh.
honor.
This is a really good Annie episode with her how uncomfortable she is with talking about sex, and the older and more experienced women trying to help her out.
Right. Real whatchamacallits.
Have you never seen one?
Annie, being a virgin in this day and age is something to be proud of. You're like a unicorn.
I had relations with my high school boyfriend. We did it to Madonna's erotica on the floor of his walk-in
Yikes.
closet, but he wouldn't let me do it.
He
He cried after.
And during.
He's gay now. He was gay then.
On the internet in a picture or Harvey Keitel's?
I've caught glimpses, but I've never got a real.
I could see Annie being the type of person who was like involved in the theater program and dating like one of her like drama friends who's definitely not quite sure of his sexuality. That tracks very well for Annie.
And she was trying to date him to make Troy jealous and notice probably, and just did not. Poor girl.
And Troy's a lot simpler than that. If you want him to notice you, just like point his head in your direction,
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Annie's so obsessed with how Troy seems to be avoiding her, but that's not what it is at all. Troy's almost like Mr. Peanut Butter from BoJack Horseman in a way. It just kind of his brain and energy is directed towards whatever shiny is near him, and usually that's coming from whatever Abed's doing that week.
Right?
No.
A date?
Because I didn't try.
Oh, Pierce's date in this episode.
What you're going through is a dry spell. From my experience, they don't last any more than 12, 13 years.
13 years. That's unfortunately super relatable. No gonorrhea, please.
Ow, it burns.
Your assistant. Is she single? What are her likes and dislikes?
Yes, on single. She likes hip-hop and horses, dislikes beer.
Hip-hop and horses?
I'm trying to look at some of the other stuff on the Wheel of Remorse. Oh, I missed it before I got to.
Is it me or...
Did anybody notice anything on the Wheel of Remorse that was funny? Any extra jokes that we didn't get to see?
Just this morning when
I tried my best, but it was too much.
I was thinking about how I want to squeeze in a quick gallop this weekend.
Do you own a horse?
Squeeze in a quick gallop.
Can you ever really own a horse?
Pierce! Yeah, this is Sabrina. About 30 seconds after you walked away, I asked her to be my date for the fair, and she said yes.
Oh, you must have a great personality.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, this is Doreen. Ready for our double date?
Yes, I am. Wait.
Anybody got some information on this actress? I feel like I should recognize her, but I do not. Is she from a show?
Check out these condoms. All along the side it says Greendale! Exclamation point. My idea.
Wow, me in a doom buggy.
So Communities immediately chimed in with, what? I'm sorry. Who is it? I probably will know who she is when you say her name. I'm sorry.
It's
We're
Sharon.
babies, okay? We are young children, kind of. Did you Google it?
Oh, she was on NYPD Blue.
See, that's not something I watched.
I saw it like here and there. I didn't know it that well. She was Margot on Shameless. Have I seen that much of the show that I would know who she is? I don't
Okay,
know.
I've seen enough of Shameless to know who that is.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of who Margot is.
Donald Glover is so good at angry Troy or emotional breakdown Troy, the way he's ripping up this whole fair. You suck. His facial expressions are so funny. I love it so much.
There we go. And he's literally, like you said, he's just being Stallone and over the top, so he's got to win. So good.
Troy's face is so funny.
ST defense. Now I like that hat. I would wear that hat.
I also believe that Danny Pudi would be deceptively strong.
Mm-hmm.
You broke my hand, you bastard.
Oh, Zach, we really
This is a
apparently
great
should have
scene.
known who Sharon Lawrence was.
We've got a... What?
Really should have known who Sharon Lawrence was, but we're usually pretty good with names and
You
actors.
still
I feel.
barely know who she is, I feel like. Don't give me crap.
Listen,
Let's focus on the scene. It's really great. This is a, as we'll soon call it, a reverse Porky's situation. And I like that this episode has some homages to some of those old 80s college movies, and they are totally flipping it around, where that trope of men looking through holes at women in a shower room and how that was like, oh yeah, bro, check this
Right?
out. That's so disgusting.
That's awful.
And that's so awful. It's the worst trope ever, and I love that they're turning it around in this scenario. Wiener Speech points out that they love how Annie is wearing gloves. Untraceable.
Yeah, untraceable. It's a good thing they fit. You're gonna lose one.
So I'm still not with you guys on Sharon Lawrence. Is she like? She looks like the type of person that would have been the mom character in like a early '90s sitcom. Am I getting anywhere with that? Is that anything? Sharon Lawrence was better well known in 2009. Really?
She was on.
Maybe it's because I was only watching Community and not other things. If she was so well known, what was she in other than the stuff that we mentioned? We mentioned what? NYPD Blue.
NYPD Blue. Shameless,
right?
She's in nothing. I'm trying to find something that was like a little older that she's in.
She's really great in this episode. I wouldn't have mind. I love that it's implied that Pierce has paid her to go on this date with him very heavily, and I love that Jeff and her have this deep conversation while Jeff is trying to have a date with. Even though this is a bad stereotype of a woman, within this episode, someone who's pretty empty, it's nice to see the two of them find some connection amidst their separate bad dates going on.
Totally.
One Tree Hill and Monk. I have watched some of Monk.
Yeah, so it seems like she was kind of like the 2009's Margot Martindale. She's a character actress. She's on a bunch of stuff, but she had a longer role in Monk. It looks like she was in a few episodes.
It just seems like she's been in quite a few shows that I'm familiar with, but that I'm not well versed in. So I apologize. I'll never forget who she is now that I've been chastised for it. Think Hotter. Oh, is that from the episode? I thought we were still talking about. That is a pretty I loved her in IMDb. Yes. Was that girl singing?
I had no idea.
Dean is not having it.
Makes me sleepy.
Makes me sleepy.
597 currently going on in your office.
597? There's a dog fighting ring
No.
and we're gonna cover him up. Okay, ladies, I am shocked at the reverse Porky's that has happened here tonight.
I don't see what the big deal is. Annie just needed to look at the model of the P.
Oh, okay. The P word has entered into play. That's exactly why I wanted Gail, our school counselor here, and Monique, who's keeping record too.
This version of the Dean is a little bit more uptight than I feel the Dean from seasons 3 onward would address this situation.
The negative power of the word. Yeah, so everybody?
Penis.
She didn't say it.
Now, why did you break in to see the penis? Wow. I really do feel more comfortable saying that now, Gail.
I just want to...
Is a 597 a reverse Porky's? I think so. We'll have to ask and see if that's the official code.
You think that's the cop's wife in real life? Interesting. I did not know that. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah.
That guy has definitely shown up in a lot of things. He has a really familiar face. So I'm sure I've seen him in some other sitcoms in this comedy circle.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to express myself. I don't want to sit in a room full of people and say the P word. I like being repressed. I am totally comfortable being uncomfortable with my sexuality. And maybe, just maybe, if everyone were a little bit more like me,
The girl just typing.
STD fair. You go, girl.
Ooh, okay, Annie. Okay.
By the way, now that I've gotten a good look at one, I don't see what all the fuss was about.
Craig Kukowski. Yep.
Thumb in a turtleneck. Whoop-de-doo.
Thumb in a turtleneck.
What base, wingman?
Pierce. I wonder if he... Voice command.
Voice command.
What base, wingman?
Not
And
white.
voice command.
Sure. Oh.
What? I'm not a professor.
But you're
Yet. He will be.
and you're old.
Foreshadowing.
His contact name is Crazy Old Guy.
Much yikers for me
Great.
too.
Well,
They got the windows in that car nice and foggy too.
Yeah, they did.
That's how you know stuff's really going down.
Yeah, a lot of breathing.
Jeff, don't kiss her with your eyes open, you weirdo. That's how you know that Jeff's a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this.
What? But this is your car.
Keep it.
Keep it. Jeff is so easy to give away his cars.
Right?
He gave his Lexus to Duncan for test answers in the first episode, and now this other car. It might be the same Lexus. Is that the same Lexus?
I think it's the same Lexus.
I'm so upset.
I don't like those apples.
Maybe he's just really looking for an excuse to get a new car.
Right? That's what it is.
Wow, this may be the only STD fair to actually spread STD. Shut up, Dan.
Oh no.
With beer? That's
Right,
so
that's
gross.
not water.
That'd be so sticky and smelly. Don't do that. The Dean looks really ripped with that t-shirt on over his dress shirt.
Condoms are faulty. As the best athlete on campus, I need you to run to my office and make an announcement before everyone leaves.
Dean, I am not the best athlete on campus. Abed is. I know you let me win the race.
But you didn't say anything.
That's because I wanted it to be true.
You're a really good friend.
No, Abed.
Donald Glover's so good
Abed
in this
is
show.
best friend.
Abed too.
You are.
For the love of God, run!
Go, Abed, go! Before people sex one another.
Sex one another.
Poor people sex one another.
There he is. Back already. Detail time?
I stopped. I don't know what's wrong with me. I mean, she's hot. I think this place is sapping my life.
Watch the couple behind Jeff.
Jeff, it's you. You're becoming more mature. I mean, a man reaches a point in his life where he stops looking for a place to hang his underwear and
What?
a place to hang his hat.
I like to think when Pierce is having a one-night stand with a woman, he's like, "Where can I hang my underwear? Do you have a hook for these?"
I was waiting for that to become racist.
When the announcement is heard, we got to look at the couple behind Jeff.
Man,
Noted.
that is-
Everybody, have your eyes peeled.
She's a very special lady. I did not treat her right.
Yeah, I like those moments when Jeff and Pierce have like these like almost profound conversations, but it's clear that Pierce is like
on another page, but what he's saying comes through anyway.
Right.
Also, I love Doreen in this episode, the way that they portray a woman who might be a sex worker and how that like she's just like someone who like accompanies someone. Yeah, I love the way, the mature way they write her character.
If you don't finish telling me.
I can get it twice. Best years of our lives.
Best years of our lives. The 60-something-year-old man says to the 30-something-year-old man. Okay, so I'm watching that couple. They're hardcore kissing. I believe another person is joining us shortly. Who is doing this next episode with? I believe Steven, you and I are still both sticking around.
Yeah, we are with.
I think Ed is coming back, I think is what he said, but maybe he's just coming to introduce somebody. It's going to be a surprise. I'm excited. Listen, if you're going to have sex tonight, don't use condoms.
Don't use condoms.
And they throw the condom away.
Yeah, next we get Kevin and Ed back.
Cool. Did you get to hang out with Kevin yet? I hung
No.
out with him earlier. I really enjoyed what he was bringing to the table, so I'm glad for us all to get together.
Oh, okay. So my mom commented about the her being on NYPD. She dated Captain Leland Stottlemyre on Monk.
Yeah.
Sweet, cute end scene, by the way.
I watched Monk, but I was more invested in Psych than I was Monk.
See, I was watching Monk before Psych, and that's
Right.
why I watched Psych.
A lot of
they were
people,
in the
yeah.
same USA window. But
Can
was
you
she
give me
the
a glass
one
of water?
was Sharon Lawrence the one who he dated that was a murderer?
Oh, yeah.
Good. He was the one. Okay, there we go. Well, hey, this brings us to a very exciting episode.
Abed being Troy being. Hey guys.
What's up, fella?
Troy being tucked in by Abed totally reminds me of the Dean's Great Troy and Abed off to dreamland.
Troy and Abed off to dreamland.
There you go. There it is.
Have you seen the outtakes for that? It's fantastic.
I can't. I mean, I bet there's hours.
He just riffs off of it for so long.
Yeah. When you wake up, the Dean will be here, staring at you, wondering why.
God, it's a classic.
Math Girl said it's her favorite. Or wait, is Math Girl saying that Comparative Religion's her favorite episode, or the last?
This is my favorite episode too.
Is that what we're doing next?
Yeah,
Comparative
Religion.
Is Comparative Religion next? Let me get it ready, guys.
Truly
I'm so
honored
excited.
to be back for this Christmas episode. A personal
Yes.
favorite. I love this episode.
I was so pleased with the episodes I'm getting to help out with. This is
I know. I'm here for the Halloween and the Christmas. So for anyone who's just joining us, make sure that you have pulled up on your desired streaming service or however you're watching the show. Season 1, episode 12, Comparative Religion, and rewind it to 00 and hit pause, and then we can all be ready to go.
Joined up together.
Yeah.
They're all your favorite episodes, so take your pick. That's fair. This is like a really solid chunk of I mean, the show's good. Show.
I don't dislike a single season 1 episode.
Yeah. It's like I said earlier, they're not the ones that I seek out to rewatch, but they're so solid and grounded, and they're really great.
Yeah, I've had the DVDs for season 1 since like 2010 or 11, so I've just like, there were days in like school or in college where I would just have it on the whole day. So like I've seen season 1 more than probably anything else I've ever watched.
Absolutely. Yeah, this was like, I've never had more free time to just sit and watch Community than I did when I had these season 1 DVDs. So it was just rolling and rolling all day long. All right, are we ready? Are we gonna get this wagon train a moving?
Someone count it off. I'm ready.
Sure. So we're gonna go on 3, 2, 1 before. So everyone is synced up. All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Boom.
Yay.
Look at that fake ass snow.
This Colorado winter.
And the way you can see the
winter in
machine
Colorado,
blowing.
bright, beautiful sunshine, short.
Could you not have filmed this on the sunniest day of the year?
Oh, man.
Like, at least just film it on an overcast day or something.
Then a couple years later, where does this show take place? Like, I don't know, Colorado, sure, whatever.
Colorado, right. Is this the Dean's first outfit?
This is the Dean's
first
outfit.
Winter. There you go.
Merry happy.
It's fucking hysterical.
That jamming his PC-ness down my throat joke is underrated.
PC-ness, now I get it. It sounds like penis.
I love that Troy wouldn't get that the first time.
So,
Absolutely.
guys, on a whole, Community does such great holiday episodes when they're given the opportunity.
Agreed.
What's the favorite Christmas episode for everyone? Mine is this one.
This one, yeah.
This one. I love both of the ones we're going to get. I love Glee and I love Claymation. But this one
I do too.
Really just has a special place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
The
Every year
conversations it
I
has about
watch all
religion and the
4.
holidays.
Yeah.
It's really, really great.
Yeah.
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 Oh, Math Girl, who's in Colorado, says that there's not often snow where she is early in December.
Oh. It is. Colorado is kind of arid,
They try to
right?
deceive people into thinking that there's snow, though.
Oh, God.
Do you see a lot of fake snow machines
Yeah.
around when you're in December there in Colorado?
Winger Spears points out that this one might be the funniest one, but gives a slight edge to the Glee one. The Glee one is a close second to me.
The Glee one is fantastic.
Glee is a total guilty pleasure of mine, as awful, terrible of a show that it is. So all of the in-jokes and also all of the satire against the show hits so well for me.
Absolutely.
I've never seen a frame of Glee, so everything I know about Glee comes from Community.
As someone who still watches and enjoys the show on occasion, please don't do it ever. There's nothing but disappointment on the other
I
side
will
of
still
that.
go to the table for season 1 of Glee. I think season 1 of Glee, there's some really good stuff in there. And then I think it gets unwatchable immediately after you beat season 1. But season 1's pretty small.
The series finale of that show is god awful. I know that I'm one of the only like 6 people who made it to the end. But
how long did that show run for? Because
as long as
it seems like
Community did. As long as Community
really?
did.
Wow.
Longest Community. More
There's a
overall
lot of
episodes.
struggle that Community had to get to season 6. Meanwhile, Glee was like the biggest thing on the planet for like a solid 3 years.
Yeah, Glee was
There's a lot to say about
gigantic at the height of
comparing
its
Community to Glee. Because they started around the same time, and if you watch both of their pilots, they're about group of misfits and a guy who's trying to like get back into his prime, who kind of takes them in. And then both shows went dramatically opposite directions.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah, they went in opposite
Enough about
directions,
Glee.
and by the time Glee, no, we're not done.
Okay, I mean, I'll talk Glee all day.
Is over. Like,
season 1, episode 1 of Glee. Let's just get this thing rolling.
Glee is one of those shows that like quietly went off to pasture. Like there was no big fanfare for its ending. It just like quietly lived for 6 seasons, and eventually one day it stopped. It was one of those shows that you're like, still on? Like they're still making new Glees.
The cast album is still one of the most like successful albums ever released. It's
As
crazy.
well it
Like,
should be.
Well, and as a young person watching Glee, that's how it like expanded my music knowledge so much. So even though it's annoying covers, there were a ton of artists and great songs that now I know and love because I was exposed to them through
I
Glee.
would have never learned "Run Jesse Run" if it weren't for
Absolutely.
Run Jesse Run.
All right, I'm gonna
We'll save this for the Glee rewatch.
That's right. When we rewatch season 1 of Glee for charity, it takes 9 times.
That'll
as
take
long.
like 2 whole days. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that Ed and I are back, it's time for Fashion Watch to return, and I think everyone is looking smart in this episode.
Yeah.
I think
here for Pierce's best.
We've talked a little bit about it. The last couple episodes, it's gotten better.
Pierce is best. I like
Britta's
Britta's denim jacket. Yeah, exactly.
She's
Yeah.
branching out from the leather. She's really she's growing as a person.
Yeah. Troy
I
and
own-
Jeff are both sporting those like cozy
Also, now that-
overshirts.
yeah.
We totally missed that
Yeah, now that
amazing
he's moved
conversation
on
about Pierce's
pretty far
religion.
from the leather jacket.
But it helps.
I wonder if he ever got those 2000 Energon cubes.
Come on, ding dong.
He must have. He
Shyamalan
graduates
ding
at a
dong.
certain level, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So he does spend, 4 years of his life regaining those energon cubes. I don't know if he gets them from a member of the study group, but he certainly acquires them at some point.
Yeah.
Some of his vapor was released into the study room, so in a way, a piece of him is always there.
Someone get a balloon.
Someone get a balloon.
Incredible. This is one of my
That
favorite
episode is
Senior
that
Chang
line.
moments.
My favorite. Yeah.
Chang just being so painfully bored with everyone taking a test is so funny. And he wore a sombrero for it. For
So
like
I saw-
no reason.
That doesn't make any sense.
So I saw this episode long before I saw Breakfast Club or Anthony Michael Hall or anything, and like now that I have, he's still so unrecognizable in this
Yeah.
role as
You're so
compared
right.
to his all those like nerd parts he played.
Well, he
The
plays
kid
this
from
bully so well.
Vacation. Yeah.
You guys ever seen what my introduction to Anthony Michael Hall was the Dead Zone TV show?
For sure.
Yeah, that was good. And then Breakfast
was-
Club was after.
Even I know that.
It's
Yeah.
your stead, dude.
Yeah, I haven't even seen Vacation.
Is
Like,
that-
I haven't seen like any of Chevy Chase's movies.
You haven't.
I've
Vacation
seen-
and Christmas Vacation are classics for a reason.
I like Christmas Vacation
And-
quite a bit.
And Fletch is a classic for a reason.
And you smell like French fry oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my bigger gaps. There's a lot of like classic comedies I haven't gone back to.
It's the same way. It's hard enough to keep current with things, let alone to go back and watch all the things you've missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chang's finally involved.
There we go. And that's
That
it. He's
stare
basically
down.
done for the episode. He'll come
So,
back
Do you think
for
that
the...
do you think that mustache is real on Anthony Michael Hall?
I really want
Nah,
it to
I
be.
doubt
I don't.
I
think
hope so,
It looks
but
like a
it
total
looks like-
different
it looks-
color.
It looks too perfectly like I don't know. Like they were like, this character needs this exact mustache, and they gave it. Like, imagine he just like shaved and was like immediately.
Yeah. He's so it's so expertly groomed for a man that seems so rough hewn, so hard around the edges that he wouldn't
Yeah.
put Like a time into his husband.
I love Pierce's list of the nerds turned bullies. Mike Tyson, Lou Ferrigno, and Rosie O'Donnell. It's very accurate.
I can't.
Are you telling me you've never been punched in the face? No, thank God.
Did we lose Zach? Or, yep. I think I might have lost Zach. I'll leave him in here in case he hops back in.
He's training for the fight. He's getting.
And a good one. Every man should be punched in the face.
That's right. This they're drinking. What college cafeteria have you ever been that serves soda in paper cups?
None, because it's not a gas station. Like it's
right. Like at my school cafeteria, it was like a plastic cup. It was like then you dropped it off with your tray when you left,
or you took it back to your dorm room. Let's be honest here.
Well, yeah, I mean, be honest. We all stole silverware from. Why would you buy silverware for?
By my senior year of college, my my school had put out bins outside of the dining hall that just like that were for dish returns, and it was and like it had a sign that said like, "We won't ask any questions."
Exactly. It's like that joke from the Simpsons movie where the church sign says "Stolen Bible Amnesty Day." It's like you can bring it back. We won't ask it. Just drop it off. Don't have to say anything.
Good plan.
Oh, I love the way she starts singing louder here when Annie walks in.
Yep.
It's so obnoxious, and she does it so well.
And the thing is, if you grew up in like a Christian community of any kind, like you know people like Shirley. Like this is so familiar to me. Of like someone who's really gonna turn up the Jesus when you're around and like be very judgmental about whatever choices you're making. This feels so familiar.
So, do you think everyone will start arriving soon?
Oh wow! Someone said in the comments they had a group walk out of their cafeteria with an entire table. That's impressive.
With a table?
That's impressive. When I was in high school, we got a couple chairs down the hallway one time just for fun.
Wow.
We never got a whole table. That's bold.
That's incredible.
Bold.
My school would leave all the tables and chairs like outside the dining hall, so people would just like walk by in the middle of the night and grab and like. That's how everyone got their like beer pong tables. Was from the cafeteria.
Why would they do that? There was no better method of storage.
Well, because they were like for outdoor events too and stuff like that. But like, I don't know.
That's like the opposite of like the Starbucks taking in their outdoor furniture at the end of the night and like locking it inside the store. That's the opposite.
Yeah.
They lock it outside the store.
It was really stupid.
That's a good
joke. This scene so much.
This is my favorite scene in the entire show, honestly.
I love, but there are like two sequences on this show where it's like, let's get the study group together in this weird room,
right?
And they're gonna teach someone how to do something.
I also love every line delivery by Donald Glover here.
Oh,
they're all perfect.
Why does he have to be
I'm trying to get Jeff ready for
Bye.
And that right there is my favorite joke in Community.
It's so good.
And this scene is just great joke after great joke. It just fire. It keeps coming, unbelievable.
And Winger's speech points out that this scene is where Joel Hale accidentally dislocated Chevy's shoulder.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Will you be there? Or will I have another family letting me down?
I told him not to fight.
This is a great Shirley episode, which is something we don't get a lot of on this show. Like she and Jeff are really the focal points here.
Matt Preble, that's a very interesting grocery store story about the guy with the iguana and the leather collar. That's I gotta check that store out. Seems interesting.
Interesting.
So you and Starburns shop at the same place.
Yeah. I was just about to say.
Very good, very good.
What's his name? Alex.
Yeah. Did he insist that you call him Alex, even though he? Why don't you spend 5 hours carving that?
VCU, all right. My brownie's not.
I don't think my brownies work.
I forbid you from fighting.
Oh man.
Well, you don't get to.
I like how Shirley gets to be the group mom whenever she wants to.
Right.
That's right.
Oh, come on, Shirley, don't be mad.
Even though, like, just like not too long ago, she was walking around with Jeff, gossiping about everyone and causing issues.
For sure.
She forbids.
I think we got. Oh, never mind. We had Zach back for a second, but he's gone again.
Lost to 10.
I bet he corrected my Spanish. That's reason enough, math girl. You're right.
That's right. Again, Jeff has the most fragile ego in the group and can be undermined by basically anything.
Yeah.
Right?
But I love the advancement that Jeff has done so far in this show, where pilot Jeff is like ruining everyone's lives on purpose, but in this episode he jumps to Abed's defense immediately. He's like, "No, you don't fuck with Abed. You don't come up in his face and start spitting shit. Like it's not appropriate."
But even then, we're only like halfway through the progression because he still doesn't really go extra length of like challenging him to a fight until Mike comes for him in his grade. Like he still has to have that like selfish reason to get into something. It's not until later in like paintball when he gives the prize to Shirley that he doesn't completely force someone else.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's marked character progression, and it is appreciated.
Shirley, you are a guilt machine.
I feel like a lot of shows have the most character development in the first season, and then it's just status quo from the rest of the way on.
I think that's pretty much true, because you do have to get these people to a point where it's like, well, we can't advance them too much, or they'll change or need to leave the show. So we need to pretend that we have character development and really just get them to like a better equilibrium.
Yeah. I like this here because they're kind of, for the first time, saying out loud and kind of really showing again how this is kind of the most stable family that a lot of these people have here, which is not great because it's a hot mess, but like it means so much to them even if they don't realize it,
Absolutely.
He can't come. Shirley.
He can't come.
This is your first Christmas since your husband left you, and I don't know, maybe that's why.
Yeah, Pierce has so many good one-liners in this scene. I like the tell that to your birthday cake you never got.
Oh, it's fucking brutal the way they comment Jehovah's Witnesses. When Jeff says he's an agnostic and he gets booed. Good stuff.
I like how Britta gets to do the speech in this episode too.
Yeah. And she won't get to do the speech again for a while until like basic email security in season 6. And I love that speech. I love that moment.
The cranberry sauce has real cranberries.
Look at these guys. And look at how all of his like co-gang members are like 20 years old. Like, why
is that the one that plays Annie in Abed's movies? I'm just noticing she looks really similar. I don't know if that's her or not.
I don't know if that's her.
Haircut. No backup today.
Right. I'm gonna try to bring Zach back again.
Oh, just in time.
Hello.
Hello.
Just in time for the fun.
If this doesn't work out, we're all definitely going to Applebee's, right? Because I'm definitely getting a fight today.
Because I'm getting
Forrest Whitaker eye.
He's very expensive. He's very expensive.
The Forrest Whitaker eye is too good.
Incredible joke.
Yeah.
You can tell they're just starting to give Donald like a reason to make a silly face whenever possible, and it pays off so much.
Yeah. Troy starts out as this like blocky jock, but then they just realize like, no, he should just be Donald Glover being fun. That should be the character.
Be a sweetheart. Yeah.
Okay.
It's insane to look at Donald Glover then compared to Donald Glover now, just the way he looks. It's insane.
Oh my god, yeah.
He looks like a different person now.
Absolutely.
Oh.
What would Shirley do? What would Shirley do? That she would shake your hand and wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh man.
Jeffrey.
You guys ever been beat up? You guys ever been beat up or punched in the face or anything like that?
Not as an adult. As a child, yes, but not as a grown man.
By Anthony Michael Hall and a bunch of parkour
flipping stunt people.
Yeah.
I like the music cue here. I like the music that they've used.
Florence and the Machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rules. Again, back when they had the money to put songs in episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
Before
like
they use
every
Daybreak for every situation.
Right. Before they're like, okay, we have money for one song this season. Buy Ant Martin by Dave Matthews and play it every episode.
That punch looked really painful.
Yeah. Evidently, they only had like one take to do this, and it's understandable because they wrecked the entire place. So they just get like 5 cameras and shoot every possible thing.
Nice job by the makeup department there with the little injury on Shirley. That looks really real.
Yeah, you got just some little touches there, some scrapes and bumps.
Those look really
Why
good.
did they still cover them in fake snow? It would have melted, guys. But it's just hanging out there like dandruff.
Well, even within the universe of this episode, that is
It's fake snow. You're
Like,
right.
It's not
You're
even
right.
real snow.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, their cuts and scrapes look pretty good for just this scene.
It just knows perfect.
Pierce getting to show off his keyboarding skills again.
Yep.
Always so proud when he gets to play an instrument.
I get it. Shakira.
Oh my god.
I keep calling her Shakira, but Shakira is like Latin. She's not.
Yeah.
Right? Like Shakira
It has
is not a
nothing
black
to do
woman.
with anything other than the at the beginning of their names.
Yeah.
Turns out you, pause for dramatic effect, will be seeing me next semester.
I love his outfit here.
Oh,
It's
it
Chang's
is
outfit.
In Spanish,
It looks like a optional like outfit for like a snowboarding game or something.
SSX
Yeah.
with Senior Chang as a downloadable character.
Oh, I'd play it. I would start playing Steep right now if I could be Chang.
Actually, that was my present to Jeff.
I don't care. I got a mountain to shred.
We got a mountain to shred.
Mountain to Shred, Colorado. That tracks. But
There
I
we
guess
go.
no snow. There's definitely no snow, so it doesn't track at all.
Okay, we had our
maybe-
Colorado expert in the chat says that it doesn't always snow in Colorado.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Chang doesn't know that. Maybe,
Right,
maybe
he has no idea.
he's like, I'm gonna try out mountain boarding.
With his self-dancing wife.
right.
Holiday.
Nice.
Holiday.
That is nice.
That's nice. That's nice.
Okay, now we've all said it.
Yeah. So we can call it done.
Yay! Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
A beloved tag. A glorious tag.
I
It
wish
makes
the
me think of the fans that gathered outside NBC headquarters to chant this when they were trying to keep the show from being canceled.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
There's some cool videos of it you can find on YouTube. A lot of people show up with like Darkest Timeline beards, and they're all singing "Oh Christmas, Troy."
Oh, that's awesome.
Donald Glover gets to flex his singing pipes just a little bit there.
This snow smells like special drink.
Smells like special drink. Great episode.
Go back. Go back.
That was great.
All right. So we made it halfway through season 1.
Wow. Well,
5 hours
one
deep and 12
once
episodes.
we get halfway through this episode we're about to start, we will be
That's
halfway
true.
through season 1.
That's true.
Making
that's
pretty
true.
decent time. Making pretty decent
5
time.
hours.
Yeah, we're actually a couple minutes ahead of our schedule, so that's good.
Nice.
Rockin'.
Don't forget
believe-
to take your time. Your
Donate.
chance now. Donate. Click the links below. If you haven't already, Ed. I guess here now. Oh, Ed.
No, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Ed. Oh wow, that's I feel like I'm.
We're like the Brady Bunch. It's like, hey, over there, how you doing? Hey, up there, how you doing?
But
Steven?
he put
Hey.
in the oh no, he put in the chat here a link that you can click to a playlist of videos that if you don't already have playing in your background, play that in your background, turn your ad blocker off, and let it play, and it'll generate some revenue even if you can't donate yourself. So
Yeah, and that link, if you can't find it in the chat easily, the second link in our description is a card of a bunch of different ways you can help, and that is one of the links in there, so you can find it there as well.
Absolutely.
Oh,
hello.
Hello.
I'm back. Hello.
Steven's here too.
All right, are we supposed to start the episode now? Whole gang's here.
Yeah. Also,
Well,
real
here.
quick, donate. If you're listening and
Donate.
you haven't
Yeah,
donated or you
absolutely.
want to donate again,
Oh yeah,
donate's your favorite service.
I was gonna say on my stories on my Instagram, Study Group, Group Study Room F, I've got lots of links to click, so
Awesome.
do that.
Okay, I'm just getting back to the
Does
stream.
everybody
Which
have the
episode are
episode
we on now?
We are trying
We're
to
on
start Basic Genealogy, episode 18.
Awesome. That's where I thought we was perfect. Okay, there.
Since Steven's here, obviously I'll have to go to my trailer. We refuse to
I
be in
get
the
it.
same virtual
Yeah.
room as each other.
Yeah.
at
Peace
any
out.
time.
I'll take over for you. Yeah. Thank
the,
you.
The Zach and Steven beef off pod. is well known.
Yeah. We're only 3 episodes deep, and yeah, we're
It's
we're
like
having major
a
creative
Mythbusters, right?
differences.
Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
Adam and Jamie.
Literally.
All right.
Are we ready then? Yeah.
I guess
Steven,
I'll
you ready?
take it since I'm looking at it and I'm talking.
I'm
If
comfortable
everyone's
with that.
ready.
Yep.
Okay.
Steven?
Yeah.
Let's hit it in 3, 2, 1, play. God, they're so creepy.
They're so
Terrifying.
creepy every time. Oh, my
What is the status
We're watching
of
Arrested Development, right?
Jeff and
Yeah.
Slater right now?
Friends with benefits?
I missed their episode so far. I don't know if they're dating yet, or if they're like.
I
out
don't
dating
like
yet.
that.
I think this is where they break up.
Oh,
Okay.
pop.
Oh yeah, she's just like, we don't need to know. Oh yikes.
Oh.
Have you guys noticed that Shirley's sons don't age?
Nope.
You know. Oh my
I
god.
like to think they're still about the same age, singing renditions of Creep.
Well, yeah.
And he's let her hair down at this point in the season.
Yeah, good for her. Go ahead, girl.
Look like you, but in a wig and lipstick.
Abed with the blue again. I like it.
That looks like the shirt that he takes from Jeff in episode
It
2.
does.
Yeah.
Looks like that one fits him a little bit better.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Mhm.
I feel like I stepped out and stepped back into the season, and all of the characters have like found themselves since the point in the season
Right?
I was last watching.
I'm sure I will.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna be around forever.
We never quite are.
So mean.
Sorry I'm late.
Was somebody canoodling with a certain professor?
Actually, no.
Just finally settled on a hair gel now, it looks like.
That's so sad.
He's got a little more
Yeah,
height
the-
than he did last time I was here.
Yeah, those hair plugs are really coming in nicely.
You didn't have to do Joel McHale like that again.
Twice.
Come from like that.
Yeah, for those of you that weren't listening 6 hours ago. Oh, man. I'm just kidding. It's probably real.
I can start
It's scientifically unlikely that it's real, but it's probably real.
I think Jeff is
He's that
secretly
powerful.
Jeff is secretly a very sad boy.
Right? He
Oh,
is the sad
I don't
boy.
think
Yeah.
it's even that secret.
I guess maybe that's the point.
Wouldn't it just try and kill it?
I think when anyone glances at his phone that he's texting on and the screen's just blank, they probably get a good idea.
Yeah.
back, but with booty.
That's beneath.
Gross.
Catherine McPhee, American Idol runner-up, right?
Oh, is that who that is?
I had no idea.
You could
Yeah,
tell
she
me
was-
anything about
Am
some
I-
of the guest stars, and I would believe you.
I know you could have made up anything about her.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my
this
Oh, look,
guy who
it's,
looked really old with the gray hair.
it's Grammy Award-winning Chevy
Is,
Chase.
Is Catherine McPhee the one that was on Smash?
Yes,
Is that what that show
Smash,
was called?
absolutely
Yeah.
it was. What was the blonde girl on that show's name?
I don't
I
know.
liked her.
I don't know.
Without booty.
Without booty.
More.
It makes me so sad that we're not getting the full theme song any of these episodes.
Yeah, I didn't notice it was
Megan
in
Hilty.
season
I
one.
know
So...
I miss it.
Oh, Abed's dad is back.
Principal Figgins. Principal Figgins is back.
Oh, it's Glee again. So we are watching Glee.
Yeah, thank God.
Hey, that's the kid from Everybody Hates Chris. James and The Walking Dead. Was it James Tyler Williams? Is that what it is?
Was it really? I don't think
No,
it was.
it's his brother who was on the Disney Channel show with the superhero kid. Oh no, Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon. Like there's a superhero family. It was a whole thing.
This is my cousin, Abra.
I believe that one. So
Yeah.
it's the little brother of the guy from Everybody Hates Chris?
Yes.
So I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he was like 25 at this point.
Yeah, real solid guest stars in this one. Got an American Idol runner-up, and not to diss Catherine McPhee. She actually has been in some good stuff. But
She's going to photography school.
Has she?
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Pants winger, you're
a few. She was good in. She was pregnant in something. Is it The House Bunny?
Oh my god, I remember the House Bunny.
You're mentioning that movie and still saying that she's been in things that are good.
I love The House. Oliver.
Oh my
I forgot
God.
that Starburns had a son.
Right?
Yeah, never mentioned ever
Yeah.
again. Boo.
I love the paper tosses.
Oh yeah, I love that running gag.
And it's none of your business, but I ate my twin in utero.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Even Pierce is like, I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Even Piers is like,
hey, duck sauce. Oh no.
Isn't that kind of Chang's point, though?
oh yeah,
That's fair.
and I get it. Yeah, it's very funny.
Your mother,
It
April.
was Wanda.
Was it Wanda?
Jeff. Cards on the table, Jeff. Amber's the best shot I'll ever have. Something like a real daughter.
Pierce back to the hippie outfits.
Have you told her she's prettier than a
He's
I
out
like
of
his
his job
satchel thing.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
His shirt looks like one of those magic eye pictures that you have to go cross-eyed to see what it is.
You want me to wingman you with your ex-stepdaughter? I'm sorry. I got a thing.
You have a thing?
Yeah, and it's on the rebound. I'm not subjecting it to a night with a hot girl that I can't have.
You can register it for a friend?
I like how Annie is always trying to high ground Jeff.
Right?
How much effort do I have?
I
The
love
Raphistus
that.
is
That was
peak
so
Andy,
sweet.
absolutely.
Good, I need a favor. Pierce with
When in reality, she's just trying to like get things from him.
Mm-hmm.
Those doe eyes. Disappointing you.
It's so
Oh my God.
adorable.
She looks pretty proud of that.
Right.
Oh god,
Oh,
I just remembered.
Oh,
part.
thank
Oh, no.
God, we're all here for this one.
Oh no.
Knockout?
The sweat.
Supposed to mean? Oh, come on. I'm sure you've broken a few hearts in your time.
There's going to be an uncomfortable silence in about 12 minutes or something.
I can say my grandmother absolutely would behave this way.
Anything I can get you.
I can vouch for that.
No, you can't get those
Has-
right now.
has
They're
your-
all sold out.
I don't know why Brett goes along with it.
Yeah, they're not making them right now.
I would be like, nope.
Steven, has your grandmother found
the
her way
scene
to the
that's gonna
podcast?
happen.
Does she know what it is or how to get to it?
Well, it was wonderful.
It's gonna have weird context thinking about the fact that Britta and Troy date later.
Right?
Yeah.
Senor Chang? Ben, do you realize how ridiculous that sounds?
Okay, that is who I am. So drop it.
Dropping. I'm dropping.
Whoa, 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 Amber.
Amber alert.
My flight actually leaves, so...
Your flight actually leaves after I tell you a story called
Wow.
Pierce Takes on the School Bully.
And it was December 10th.
Ninja?
Oh, baby. Don't be rude. Oh, she's wearing a burqa. It's a way for women to express their modesty. They're like Islamic turtlenecks.
Ask her if she wants to play with us.
يود الولد أن يعلم ما إذا كنت تريد الواب معهم.
في واقع الأمر لن أمانع إذا أردت أن أقفز
I don't feel like Abed speaks Arabic very much after season 1.
That's true, yeah, he doesn't really.
Do we ever
Or Polish.
see his dad after season 1?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think they like They kind of only bring family members in when it like serves the story.
Yeah, it was in season 4.
It's usually
Only
for
for
a
like
big
when
moment.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's the Britta suddenly has parents in season 6.
Right.
And the
Thomas
turn,
Jefferson's
the
heroic
twist they did with
origin.
her parents was pretty funny.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, her dad wasn't that. Yeah.
See, I don't remember a lot of season 4. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's not one I rewatched.
I'm kind of looking forward to rewatching it again and trying to give it a fair shake, but it's been a while.
I think it's better than season 6, but yeah.
Oh, I'm a big season. I'm a big season.
I disagree
6
with you
man.
there.
Ooh.
I'll defend
Fair
season
enough,
6
fair enough.
relentlessly.
Yeah.
I think season 5 has a better track record than season 6. But the episodes in season 6 that I really like, I like a lot more than the best ones from season 5. There are just a few episodes in season 6 that are kind of uneven for me. And
That's
like how
fair.
long they are can kind of be awkward sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think they got to
That's
do
too many characters.
they got to do crazy stuff with the end tags, like Keith
Oh,
David and
absolutely.
Paget
Those are the-
Brewster are both great.
Yeah.
I do love Natalie's prison, so.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a pretty cool tag. Or not tag, but when they go into the music video. I like season 6 Chang a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. He's more grounded.
Well, season 6 Chang and season 6 Dean. I also think the whole Honda thing is really funny.
Maybe I shouldn't either.
Stay. You think I should? I think you have to. I'll stay.
Me too.
Family day.
This is kind of a sad, sympathetic Pierce episode.
Yeah. Kind of pitiful.
Yeah, like
He's really
you
trying to
realize
do the
all
right-
of his
he's really
family
trying
hate him.
Yeah, he's really trying to step up a little bit, but he's just kind of unable to.
I think it's cool that she's got her own style of discipline.
This is Britta being fake woke.
Yeah, I don't know why she does it. Like, what was she trying to prove?
But let's get this straight. This is real life. My Nana's gonna whoop you.
Unless I find her.
That's a good one, though, to be fair.
Oh, there's one right where I'm standing that's perfect to use as a prop.
Yeah.
Where's Elijah and Jordan? Are they?
Oh, what a surprise that you lost them.
They're playing hide and seek. I think that's how it works.
Hey, you want to yell at someone? Go find your crazy kids. My boy's disciplined. It's not his job to look after you.
You got me, Gooby. I'm a bad mother. I let my kids be kids instead of acting like a jail warden.
You don't like her burqa.
I'm not talking about the burqa. I'm never having any fun. Now, Abra, you look me in the eyes and you tell me.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten the napkins. Do you mind?
Now, does Abed know what's going on, or does he not? I think he did.
He doesn't seem that shocked.
I think it could have been. I think it could have been Abby's idea, actually.
Yeah, I think he was behind it. or
Abed is
helpful with it.
devious.
Right?
Yeah, I could
They
have
don't
totally
call
been
it
an
friend
idea.
business.
Circle with a squiggly line.
You did hear me say circle.
Hear me say sideways vagina.
No.
Happy sideways vagina.
No.
Happy face. And that's a clam? As happy as
Who are these other people sitting
Jake.
around?
Gay, yes.
That was a clan?
Pierce, you're up.
Eat my dove, Swinger.
You do know we're on the same
Ew. Oh no.
Let's see.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh no.
You have to add more.
Oh, yep. There it is.
The circle
It
helps.
makes it worse and worse.
Stop circling the same thing. Well, guess something, you girlfriendless geek.
What?
You're supposed
You're supposed
Oh, you're
to.
supposed to do it? Oh my god.
Look at this.
I really wish we saw that.
They'll both try.
It comes right to...
I love this comp.
Oh, great.
He just comes back so often.
This isn't gonna stop until Pictionary pays the word windmill.
Pierce, we'll meet you at the gala. We're gonna go get some
I like how almost no character on Community is one-off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you get called in to
It makes it
play
more
a
real
cop
world.
on a sitcom, and you end up with a role for 6 seasons. I think he's
Yeah,
in
you
every
want to
one.
come in and do another little bit real quick? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in one of my
School board
favorites.
guys in the last couple seasons.
Great.
Ah, the school board guys are so good.
Why, bruh? Why? I don't understand the reader.
What are you doing? She's respecting her elders.
See, Troy, did you think I was a hypocrite?
Don't understand you, Britta.
No one understands.
No one understands.
I hope it's just not working anything in me.
Why did she
I
do
love
this to
that
herself?
Lover's trying.
She's had
enough.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Oh my god.
The two of them bursting in the door while that happens is one of the most perfect Community moments of the entire series.
Yeah, I like how
It's
they're just like,
golden.
nope.
It's perfect.
Why do you have a $25,000 check from Pierce?
Aw.
Tuition for fashion school.
Not photography school?
I feel a little bit bad for Beers, like she's just using them.
Someone just asked, this is season 1, episode 18, Basic Genealogy.
And we're at
Yeah,
we're
we've
like
got about
6
6
minutes.
minutes left
15 minutes exactly.
in it. So if you
Yeah, we're at the Jeff and Annie bit.
if you can't get to it, if you hang around not too much longer, we'll be starting the next one.
Yep.
She's grifting him.
She's what?
She's taking a bunch of money from him.
I like how he goes to Annie though.
Grifting.
Did you tell
It's the shepherd me.
Not that simple.
I love Jeff and Annie with all my heart.
Me too.
It's less creepy on screen because she doesn't really seem 18.
Yeah, and she's not in real life, so yeah. And they have the chemistry, so I like
But
it.
by the end of the series, Annie is just as mature, if not more mature, than Jeff.
Yeah.
In season 1, it's a little hard to not feel slightly weirded out by it.
Yeah, I
even if
get
Alison
that.
Brie is older than that. But definitely by season 6 or the later seasons when there's really a connection between the two of them.
Yeah,
absolutely. Annie's changed so much and come into her own and left and gotten a job, you know, and then come back to Greendale.
Yeah.
I view this completely differently on Rewatch, seeing how Jeff is like kind of burdened by being like his conscience so quickly. Like he immediately felt bad for Pierce.
Yeah, it's true. Like it's one of the rare times in the first season. I think it's getting more common, later in the first season, but that Jeff actually isn't a douchebag. Like he's starting to actually, really care for them without gaining anything from it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
well, yeah, because he helped Pierce with the Spanish presentation, but it was really kind of just to impress Britta.
Yeah.
But then Britta kind of becomes a sounding board for him, and like he seems to have actually moved past like just trying to sleep with Britta.
Exactly.
Why are the human beings always walking around?
Right?
They're everywhere.
They're so creepy.
Like they shouldn't just
Well,
be
because
there.
they're lost. They don't know how to get wherever they're trying to go. To,
Oh,
like, take the
let's
costume,
acknowledge
you know?
that power
They just
outfit
stumble.
there. That's quality. With the pearled lining in the sewing. Ooh.
Why
He-
did he
man
bring
is not messing around. I don't know why he brought his Blue like Troy's pantsuit. Yes.
The three of them have just gone through a lot together. I think they just need to go party and blow some steam off.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you trying to get me to cut you in? You don't have leverage.
This girl is evil.
She's so like manipulative,
I'd rather
and
be the bad guy than watch you siphon.
I can't believe I feel bad for Piers, but I do in this episode.
I won't make problems for you. I'll stay gone.
The way Jeff stands up for him is a great Jeff moment too.
because I'll be
Yeah.
around. I'm his friend.
He's technically my friend.
And you can decide whether or not.
I'll take the 25 grand. Over him, I take 25 cents. Bye.
Oh, Jeff. You seen Amber? Yeah. Listen, Pierce, I gotta tell you something. She's not coming, is she? I wrote her a pretty big check this afternoon. I had a feeling she might take it and run. You want me to
Yeah, and Pierce isn't as out of the loop as he lets on. He totally knows what's going on,
Yeah,
you know?
I think he must be lonely. He must be lonely at this point. So he's like, you know, he's so
Think of
excited.
the thing when he's trying to like hypnotize Britta, and he starts just being really gross, but it turns out he's doing it on purpose just to test her.
Yeah, because he knows she's listening. Yeah,
That's sharing your life. If you have friends,
I love that line.
I
you know,
like
you
Pierce
have
more than
friends,
I'm
you have
probably
family.
supposed to.
Right?
Jeffrey.
He's more endearing in season 1. I think they turn you back against him.
He absolutely is much more endearing.
He's
in
so
season
mean
1.
in seasons 2 and 3. But I think he's always
Yeah, he gets
very
worse.
funny. Even when he's the villain of the group. I think he works so well as a villain of the group, and he's really funny.
Yeah.
I always
Him
forget
and the Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and
episode.
Dragons is the best.
They've said like Dungeons and Dragons was kind of like a representation of what was actually happening on set with Chevy.
Yikes!
Oof.
Oh wow. I like how there's a character in Glee when he mentions the hate Glee. That's...
We always
Me too. Me too.
This show
Jeff.
hates me so much.
How did they
That's
do
fair.
that? Like, how did they even get in there?
I feel like those lines is Dan Harmon just speaking right on the page.
Yeah, he just doesn't say
Right?
much. He hates it.
He always puts jabs into like popular things that he's not crazy about. Like season 6 has a bunch of weird Marvel movie disses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In like the climax of the finale, they make fun of Marvel movies. And the Russos were literally directing that episode.
Yep.
Oh no.
I can just imagine somebody walking by and seeing them stuck in there. I'd be like,
Right?
are you okay?
All right.
Are we doing one more as a
That was
group,
great.
or are we
I'm gonna
letting
head
it
home. I'm
hand
gonna head
over to Dom and Andre? Dom and Andre.
I am not sure what the plan is.
I'm gonna go for now, but that was great.
Yeah. Bye, Nat.
Thanks for coming by.
Hey.
Well, hey,
Bye.
hey, Nat, it was super nice meeting you.
It was. It was great. Bye.
You've been great. Love the input everybody's been putting in. This has been so much fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care.
So
Hi, Ed.
we did have
Hi, Ed.
time scheduled. Hi everyone. Sorry. Sorry, my head's everywhere right now. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I've got a beer. I'm going into I'm going into a different zone for this last bit.
Dude, you've been killing it all day, making this all work. So
Yeah, thank you so
fluidly
much
for
for
all these
your
different
support.
people from all these different places. You've been doing such a good job. So
Thank you.
props to you.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I like this all wouldn't have been worth it if you guys hadn't come on here and done such a great job. Like I've never spoken directly to any of you guys before.
Yeah.
And, like, I've had so much fun doing this.
Yeah.
This is a great group.
But it's so nice that we all have something like so inherently in common, so we can all come together
Right?
as a group, and it's like we have
great.
so much to talk about already.
We're a community.
Ha!
He said the thing.